What's going on, cold world? Young K.Lane-ImHotep coming at you live and direct today, my friend. Today. Hope all is well with you and yours. I just want to talk to you for a brief moment. Tap in with you. Give you a little food for thought, some little gems for the day, something to think about, man. Something that I've been seeing a lot of around me, XYZ, blase blah. And let's jump right into it, shall we? And I think I probably hit on this in a couple of my other videos briefly. But we need to talk about this. We all know that hating is at an all-time high. We all know hating is at an all-time high. We live in a world where people are easily envious and jealous of the next man or woman due to the fact that we have social media, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, just daily interactions that you have with somebody else. You know what I mean? It might be at your workplace, whatever the case may be. You know, family, friends, associates, whatever you want to call. We get it from everywhere, right? It can happen anywhere, from anybody. Okay. Let's tap in to the why factor. 9 times out of 10, you know what I'm saying, you have something that they aspire to have or want, or you're doing something that they want to do. The key ingredient in the whole thing is you just having the courage to make the decision to step out, take a step of faith. You walked out on faith. Whether you a person that you feel like you're a spiritual person or not, that's what they call it. You stepped out on a belief in which you believed in something bigger than yourself, bigger than your circumstances and your reality. Now, just because that sounds very good and it sounds gratifying, all those things, it does not mean just because you made that step that you're gonna step right into greatness. And nope, it doesn't work like that. 9 times 10, just like the great word of Steve Harvey, you're gonna fall, you're gonna scrape your knee a couple of times before you fly. You understand what I'm saying? Before you know how to develop that strength in your wings to, you know what I'm saying, to withstand everything and keep flying, right? The world doesn't see that part. The world only sees the glory in your story. But 9 times 10, the people who look at the glory and get envious or jealous or start looking, questioning God, why him and not me? Why her and not me? Right? All that kind of shit. Or if I had this, I'd be doing that. Oh, I know they ain't really doing that because I be doing this, and or because they ain't, you know, all that, right? Or the ones who be scheming and plotting against you, right? You know what I'm saying? The ones who are in your circle probably know what kind of mind you got. Probably tap into some of the ideas that you don't have from now or the past or whatever, right? Shit, you already know what they finna do with them. If you ain't around, they gonna take it and run with it, and they're gonna feel like they're obligated to do so. They're gonna feel like they can just do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like that. That's the world you live in. You know, you live in a world right now where people lack creativity. It's not that, listen, they lack it, like, to produce it. Doesn't mean they're not capable of doing it. They're very capable of tapping into the same thing you tapping into. Now, this is the thing. Just because we are GDIs, goddamn individuals, just because I tap into something, the same thing you tap into, doesn't mean we're going to get the same thing out of it. Right? That's why each one of us has our purpose and our own calling. So what I'm pretty much saying is, quick game for the day. Stop watching the next man or woman and what they doing and being jealous of what they got going on. Number one, you don't know the price they paid to get to where they at. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people want the glory, but they don't want nothing to do with the story. You don't want nothing to do with the work. You ain't even willing to put in the work. Folk got down, be like, oh man, how you know that? How she know all this and how she just so smart? What if they got a serious prayer life? You ain't about that life. You ain't about that life. Know what I'm saying? So don't get caught up in the glory, because what you need to do to keep to go from glory to glory, that you're not seeing what they doing, you ain't willing to put in that work behind the scene. It's like Conor McGregor was sitting there talking about, like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of, you know, yeah, he got beat. But you know what I'm saying, I remember watching him train about 2 years ago, man, or something like that, like on YouTube. And he was sitting there stating then, like, the reason why he's one of the highest paid fighters is because the way that he trains, the work that he puts in, the average person is not even willing to do half of that shit. They gonna think you crazy. That's what I'm sitting there saying. So a lot of times people will look at your glory, but don't want nothing to do with the story. They don't want nothing to do. If you sit there and told them for real what you do, like what's your regimen every day, or what you do on a weekly basis, nigga, they not about that life. You ain't about that life. So you might as well go ahead and kill the jealousy. I want you to really, when you start feeling some type of way, you know what I'm saying, about somebody or whatever, you be real with yourself. You ain't gonna tell nobody that you ain't gonna tell nobody. You know you ain't gonna tell nobody. You too prideful, right? But you need to start checking yourself for real. You know what I'm saying? And ask yourself that in that same energy you put in all that hating and all that XYZ and all that gossip talking and all that there. Now if you would take the same energy and invest it into yourself, what would you be? What could you become? What great works out here in the world could you do that can echo in eternity? What can you do for yourself? You got a lot of folk, man, that's all they know how to do is talk about people. Hate on the next man. Oh, look at them. They think they this or they think they all that. Well, nigga, what do you think about yourself? Because you sound insecure. You know what I'm saying? Because truth be told, each one of us got so much stuff that we can work on that we don't have time to even focus on the next man or woman. Truth be told. That's how I know people ain't operating in their purpose or even tapping into something higher. Because you still on that chicken shit. I'm over here, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here with the Eagles. You still down here on the ground with the chickens. Get what they do. Chickens are they got a bunch on them. You feel me? And get what they all doing. Stepping in shit. Straight like that. Get out the goddamn chicken coop. In your mind. You feel me? Like Pimp C said, man, you need to get off that crumb shit, man. We over here got a whole bread truck. You know what I'm saying? But you got people who would think so low. Low vibrational people. You know what I mean? It's sad. But the world is filled with a lot of these people. And guess what? Sometimes it's due to circumstance or environment. You know, some of us think that that's the right way to think or be. Because that's the only thing we know. That's what we've seen our mama do, our auntie do, our uncle do. All they did, you came from a line of haters. So all you know how to do is hate, ridicule, criticize. Meanwhile, what are you doing with your life? Meanwhile, if somebody was coming at you with that same shit, you ain't trying to hit at. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to watch what you're saying to people too. The same level that you meet people on with judgment, you're going to be judged with the same thing now. Just be ready for that. Just be ready for it. Just be ready for it. But for those good people out here who are enduring, fighting that good fight, you know what I'm saying, going against all this opposition, man, keep going. God will reward you accordingly. That's what he's doing in this season anyway. The harvest is here for all of us. As things start to unfold, you will see who falls on what side due to the fruit that they begin to bear throughout the year. I will say that again. In this season, God is bringing about a real harvest for all the seeds that were planted in the past. You will see what people lie at with God based on the things that transpire throughout the year. The fruit that they yield throughout the year from their tree will show what side they were on. Are you the cursed tree that didn't produce? That Joshua in the Bible said they didn't curse because it didn't produce nothing? Are you that cursed tree? Or are you the one that multiplies? You produce. Today, power, life and death is in the tongue. Choose wisely what you're going to do today. Choose wisely. Choose very wisely. It's very detrimental. You don't see how you're playing into your karma. Right? Cause and effect, whatever you want to call it, look at it. You don't know how you don't see how you're playing in every day. Listen. I'm going to say this and I'm going to slide. The Most High has led me to give word to certain people before they met their demise and wherever they're doing. And this is recent stuff. I'm not playing with you guys. I'm not playing with y'all at all. The same way I'm sitting there talking to y'all, the Most High might lead me to talk to somebody, give them a word on based on what they got going on with their life. I don't even know them like that. But I can tap straight in and they be like, how you know? Listen, don't worship me. I'm just a messenger. You understand what I'm saying? But them not taking heed to it, a couple of people have met the consequences. I've already caught wind of it. And it's not pretty. Because they failed not to listen and take heed to what I was saying to them. You know what I'm saying? They I guess they were caught up in looking at me. They didn't take me serious. But you would think that okay, if I'm speaking on certain things that you know that I ain't talked to you about, I don't know you, I don't even talk to you. I only associate with the people you associate with. So how would I know this information? It had to be revealed to me from the Most High, right? Boom. So if I'm tapping into certain things, then I'm giving you a forewarning on certain things that I'm not even around to even recognize or know. But you know better than I do. And people didn't take heed to it. And a lot of them got bit by that snake. Real talk. In this season, I'm telling you, warning before destruction. For those people who are negative people, all you do is talk shit, scheme, plot, plan, and you try to figure out ways to finesse people out of stuff. And you're the one who like to steal intellectual property, ideas, you know what I'm saying, and try to use them as if they're yours. You can't do that. I'm gonna tell you why. Oh, you can. You can definitely do it, but it's not gonna last. It's not gonna be blessed because it's not yours. It's not your vision. You understand what I'm saying? You got to move in the vision that God gave you. You feel me? But what happens is you move out of your lane. You try to drive in somebody else's lane. You try to walk in somebody else's shoes, somebody else's anointing, and you're not knowing that doing that you're going against God and God's plan. You don't want to be the opposition to God. I'm telling you now, this is true. God has a plan for each and every one of us. You don't want to be the thorn in God's child's foot as they're trying to move towards him. That's what you don't want. You think a mama cub is protective over their little baby. You don't want to do that. You don't want to intervene and mess with somebody who don't make their mind up to do right by the Most High. And trying to do right by themselves too. You understand what I'm saying? Do not intervene with that. Just stay out the way. If you got nothing good to say, got nothing good to bring to the table, stay out the way. It's best for you. It ain't even got nothing to do. It's best for you. Because you're already selfish, right? So continue to think for yourself and be smart for yourself in the future. Keep your tongue. Don't say nothing. I'm telling you, when you speak against a child of God, like for real, somebody that's operating as somebody that's trying to do right, you see what I'm saying? Out here on earth, for real, and they walking with the Most High, that's a dangerous situation for you to play with. To you, they look like a sitting duck because they might be out here in your mind lonely, or they seem like they don't deal with a lot of folks or whatever, XYZ. But don't take that. Don't take that bait. It's a dangerous game. It's more dangerous than Russian roulette. Because guess what? That gun will shoot. And it don't miss its target. Because the shooter don't miss. And I ain't talking about me. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't want to deal with the wrath of God because you're messing with his children. Because you don't want to shut your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't think that you think you're getting away with stealing from them? You think you're getting away by trying to do wrong by them? Fucking them over? Oh, you getting away with it for right now? Oh, you think? Oh, okay. You thought that shit was a go? You don't want the Most High to sit your ass down. It's more than a humbling experience. You don't want that. So I'm telling you right now, for all those who watch the video, I don't care if you don't got nothing good for me. I'm telling you, I'm warning you for your own good, going towards your future, especially if you got kids. Because when the wrath comes, you don't know it's going to be the worst time. Or you might need something, and next thing you know, you and your family suffering because of you and your mouth and your thinking and what you putting on people. Oh God, why? Oh God, why? But you be forgetting about what you be doing. As if just because you alone doing it and plotting and scheming, as if he ain't sitting there watch you. And then those who do it with real intentions, like you done thought about it over and over again, it's worse. It's worse because he see that you ain't even got you ain't got no remorse in your heart. So he really finna smite you. You better be careful. Warning before destruction, much love to each and every one of you. I'm out of here.